Yep, you even put the radio in too.
You put that motherfucker. Damn, man.
What?
Good luck to you, bro.
Good luck to you. That's in there for you.
Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But it's going to be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check that.
Throwing again. Jackson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Now it's Jackson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready up. 43. Check, 43. Watch the run.
First down, Kaiser. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
60 out now. Hey, Haywood. 43's the mic. Step.
On third down, Kaiser. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down to score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And some space here.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
10. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
John Brown on for the field goal. A 27-yard down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They will run for the first time here with White. And a fast footwork by White. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Check, 40. X3. 218, chop. Big stop, let's go. Watch it. Out. Let's go.
First carry for James Conner. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Drop deep. Check 15. 6-6, bullet high. He's checking. Crash. Check it out, read. Go. Let's go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Steelers.
Down. 70, Indy.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Do it. Ready? 50, plant. Protein spill. Hey, orbit. 43's the mic. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Shoot.
Kaiser now from the 50. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
3 down. Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep. Bang. Hard. Check. Keep gripping.
First down, here's White. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You drop Porter. Hey, Wahoo. 43. Get that 20. Ready?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Kaiser got an open man. It's Washington. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's 2nd and inches at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Kaiser will sneak it, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's their quarterback. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
at their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 35 on second down, Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Another chance to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hold on. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
White now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run on 1st down. It's White, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
45 tonight.
On 2nd and 11 now. Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson going to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
45. Mike, 45.
To throw again. Kaiser, he's going to launch it for Washington. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. Kaiser, screen pass to Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Hey, high 7. Mike 50. Hey, watch the slant. Mike 50. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kaiser, he'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Check, check. Bravo. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. You'll never reach.
From the gun, Kaiser. This is Johnson. He's got it. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Yep. From the rep. Let's go right here.
On first down, White. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Kaiser, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Safety's creeping.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And some room to work. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. This is the tight end Fant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tariq Cohen with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Check 43. Tight dog. Snap.
Opting to run again here with White. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check. Look at me. Zipper. No. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey. 5.
They'll try and run forward with Connor.
You know I'm old school, so I always want a hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, third down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this happen? He's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steelers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
43 is the mic, boy. 42.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
You got nothing.
Now Kaiser on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is they're...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Watch the ship. Kill. Turn up. Kill. General West. You got tight. Ready?
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he works free. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 99 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Myers for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run. This is Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. From the gun, Jackson. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Three buzz. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to...
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point safely through, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. This is taken at his 4. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Kaiser now. Washington's got it. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Ready? 10 logo. Mike 50. Switch up. Switch up. Check 99. Check 99.
They start the drive with White. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 9, Kaiser complete to Washington. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 44, Kaiser. To the right side and complete to Washington. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Hey, Delta.
First down, Kaiser. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Kaiser. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
A 49-yard attempt.
And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return, for a moment thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you?
Well, I was starting to stand up.
Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew? We thought maybe they might get that miracle finish that they were looking for. Didn't quite get it done.